What are your key learnings about how to sustain culture after the initial enthusiastic phase of activities by management and employees to change the culture? Want to kick us off, Fiona?
Yeah,
Leona, sorry.
That's all right. I don't think there's a beginning and end to change anymore. So, I mean, for anyone who's waiting for change to stop, I don't think it's ever going to. There's so much rapidly changing externally, from our customers' perspective as well as from a technology perspective. So the way you have to look to satisfy customer needs actually is changing, and therefore culture is always going to need to change. So I think the days of let's embark on this culture change program and there's a beginning and end to it, I think they're over. I think there will be constant adaptability and a need for constant agility of organisations, and it won't be a program. It'll actually be just how you lean into satisfying customers' needs and, in our case, helping make your world a safer place. But what I would say is normalising it for your people is really important, and just saying, well, we're constantly going to need to adapt and look at how you build agility and how you build flexibility into the programs that you run through your organisations.
Yeah. Rob?
Again, it can be for sustaining cultural change or initiating cultural change, but one of the things we have found that is so important is people realizing the impact that their work is having on the work or lives of others. And if things ever start slowing down in a cultural change program, it can really help to put people in a position where they better understand that the culture change is important. They, along with the rest of the organization, is having a tremendous impact on the work or lives of others. We have had automobile companies take their people off the line, call people who have bought their cars, and talk with them to learn how they're enjoying the car, what they could do better, understand what their impact is on the ultimate consumer. So it's what we call task significance. And if you can increase that, people will be more interested in the cultural change program to begin with and perpetuating the cultural change program over time.
Thank you. Tony and Cormac, sustaining?
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to continuously innovate what you're doing to influence the culture. So this year we've focused, I talked a bit about talent, and we've brought in 3 new programs. So we've brought in an in-house talent development concierge service, so anyone in the company can now book in a session and get independent career advice that's not biased to SportsBet. It's an exterior person, so there's now someone who people can go to if they want an independent view. We've brought in a program where we have a thing called conference lottery. So one of the things that staff really like to do is to go to the cutting edge conferences to learn best practice. So we're now letting people go to South by Southwest in Texas, or Mobile Congress in Barcelona, or conferences all around Australia and the world. And they're not on merit, they can apply them, they're randomly applied, and those people can go around the world. And I think if you keep thinking about ways to innovate and influence the culture in different ways, it's not just the company that has to innovate, it's how you drive and influence the culture that has to innovate. And if you have lots of bright people working and thinking about how to do that, they'll just keep coming up with great new ideas.
Yeah, just to build on that, because I agree with a lot of what's been said, is that we set up a calendar of initiatives or times, probably more so, for we've set up 2016 already, and then we invite individual people throughout our organisation to take responsibility about that particular agenda on that particular day. And a little bit what you were saying is that sparks a lot of innovation and creativity from maybe more junior people in the organisation who suddenly got responsibility for doing something with our culture on that particular day, and the energy and the enthusiasm that they bring to some of those events is quite awesome, and it's gets so many great ideas and so many sort of interesting thoughts that flow out of that. It gets a life of its own. So I think having this really structured, disciplined calendar about making sure the times are set aside and then allowing other people to innovate within that is really helpful.